his feet look like brass as if they're burned in a furnace. So if we analyze the color of brass, what color is brass? It's brown, right? So if you take brown skin and you burn it in a furnace, what color is it going to turn? So if Christ had black skin and a white afro, would he look like this?
No, that's Michelangelo's gay lover.
Right. Would he look like this? No, he would not. He would look more like this. Okay, so go back to Hosea 4 and 2.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 2. By swearing and lying.
Start that one.
Verse 1. Hosea chapter 4 verse 1.
What's up, boss man? Hey, we just revealed the image of Christ, right? What's your name, G?
Tyrone.
What's up, Tyrone? Hey, we just revealed the image of Christ. We just found out that he's not a white man. We went into the Bible to prove it. Do you believe in the Bible? Somewhat. Cool. I was like that too. You know, I was just trying to be a good person because I felt like I've been lied to. We just cleared up one lie. We cleared up one lie that he's not a white man. All right? Now, we on the bottom of society. This is where you came into, right? We talking about us black people, Hispanic people, we being on the bottom of society today in 2023, and we're wondering where God is. We're wondering what's going on. How come white people so successful and they stealing, killing, robbing, and why is the black man on the bottom? Why is the black woman on the bottom? Why is Hispanic on the bottom with us? We fighting each other. We stealing each other's sheep. We both got one sheep, and everybody else got 100 sheep. We're not touching them. We're not bothering them, but we steal and kill from each other, right?
Right.
Read what you got.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
I'm telling you right now that you the children of Israel, right? Now look what God is telling you. Read.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
God said, I have a controversy or a problem with the inhabitants of my land. This is the problem that God got with us specifically, right? Read what you got.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
There's no truth among us, right? We always lying to each other. There's no mercy amongst black men, right? There's no mercy among black men and women. Look how we treat our marriages. In our relationships, is it mercy with each other or are we ruthless to each other? The woman won't let you see your kids because you done broke up with her. That's ruthless. Ain't no mercy with that. You see what I'm saying? This is the problem that God got with us. Read.
By swearing and lying.
We always swearing and always lying on God, on everything, on my mama, on my hood. We always doing that. Who this talking about? This talking about black people. This talking about Hispanic people. Read.
And killing.
And we killing each other. God got a big problem with that, right? We killing each other day to day. We got gang violence, right? We just very ruthless to each other. Read.
And stealing.
We stealing from each other, right? We robbing each other. Read on.
And committing adultery.
We committing adultery out here. Y'all know what committing adultery is? What's committing adultery? What's committing adultery? Y'all know what that is? Cheating. Guess what? So I'm not satisfied with the woman I got. I want your woman. You get what I'm saying? Hey, I got your baby mama. This, that. Are we not doing that out here? God got this recorded. He said, I got a problem with y'all. Read.
They break out, and blood toucheth blood.
He said, when these things happen in the land, you start lying to each other, stealing from each other, committing adultery on each other, so on and so forth. When these things break out, blood touching blood, meaning it start little mini wars are going on. You get what I'm saying? We start to kill each other at an alarming rate, and God don't like that. He got a problem with us, and when we doing that, he keep us on the bottom. You see that? Now, why is that not happening to the other people? Where you going? So what she said, they have more of a sense of unity, right? Where do they get their unity from? First and foremost, they have a language that they could speak. They have a nationality that they could bind to, called nationalism, right? But if we don't have a language, guess what? We're gonna take hold of every little thing. We're gonna take hold of Democrat. So guess what? We got one nation of people, and we divide it between Republican and Democrat, right? Now, how can we further divide this people, right? We're gonna make some rich, make some poor. They don't have a nationality, so they're gonna either be the successful or the poor. How can we further divide this people? Hey, let's make them Bloods and Crips. Let's make them Nortes and Serranos. That'll further divide them, right? Now, guess what? Let's take it a step further. Not only are they Bloods and Crips, but we're going to divide those Bloods and Crips by 10 city blocks, right? So you from the 20s, you from the 30s, you from the 40s, so on and so forth. You from East Sac, you from West Sac, you from North Sac. You get what I'm saying? You a Manor blood. No, you're Oak Park blood. You get what I'm saying? Well, we divided up in all these things. We can never have unity like that.
That's right.
You see that? Now, what's going to bring us to unity?
Knowing
your original nationality.
Right.
You're not no Democrat.
Right.
You're not no Republican.
Right.
You're not no East Side. You're not no West Side. You're not no Blood. You're not no Crip. We the Israelites that the Bible's been speaking.
Right.
And we can prove it hands down.
I know a story. Story that I want to tell. About a people that are living in hell. We came on slave ship. Fell from being great. As it is written. Deuteronomy 28:6-8.
You are now flying.
Southwest. Heard it's the land of the free and the home of the brave. Must have been before they made me a slave. Have you seen it? It's scenic. Full of fields where they spill blood on my folk folks. Acting like they ain't selling blood fruits to the poor folks.
Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Because knowing that we the Israelites for sure, God said the reason that he's not dealing, give me that Hosea 5 and 15, keep your thumb there, right? This is the reason why God ain't dealing with us right now. You go and pray, and you can see little Tyrone get shot in the street. You see all these homeless people by this creek right here doing bad. You get what I'm saying? Why is this thing going on? Read what you got.
Hosea 5 verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
God said, I'm going to go and I'm going to leave these people alone till they acknowledge what they did wrong to me. Right? When you want somebody say I'm sorry to you, right? Is that apology sincere if they don't know what they did wrong? They stole your money, they say I'm sorry, you say for what? You're like, I don't know, whatever. I'm sorry for whatever. Is that sincere? No. Right, so God said, I'm going to leave y'all here under y'all enemies until you acknowledge what you did wrong. Right. What did we do wrong? Huh? We stopped believing. That's what she's saying, right? We stopped believing. I'm going to show you what we did wrong real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 28:45. Right? So I'm going to show you what we did. Because we got to acknowledge, if you want God to hear your prayer and stop this BS that you're seeing, put us back on top because we're supposed to rule the planet. Right. That's our natural role, right? So if we believe in God, right, we're going to do what he's saying. We're going to sin. That's what he says. Watch this.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 45. Moreover, all these curses,
all these bad things that we just read about, right? Read on.
Shall come upon thee.
They're going to come upon the children of Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, read.
And shall pursue thee.
And they're going to follow you no matter where you go. So if you move from Sacramento and you go to New England, you're going to see drugs and poverty there, black people running that. You know what I'm saying? You go to Texas, you're going to see drugs and poverty there, black people indulged in that. You go to New Mexico, you're going to see high blood pressure and heart disease and black people leading in that. You see that? You go to Florida, you're going to see AIDS, drugs, and STDs and black people leading in that. These curses going to follow you no matter where you move. You know?
And overtake thee.
They're going to overtake us as a nation, not as a few families. A whole nation of people going to be going through this thing. Read.
Till thou be destroyed.
Until we destroy. We so destroyed. We don't have a land anymore. We don't have a nationality anymore. We have to learn about God from the people that enslaved us. They teach us what to eat. They teach us what holidays to keep. And everything is against God. There's no knowledge of God in the land. Right? So until we do that, read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Why did he do this? Read.
To keep.
No, he said because.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He said because. He said this is the reason I got y'all going through this. Because y'all don't listen to my voice, right? Read on.
To keep his commandments.
To do what?
To keep his commandments.
Because we don't keep his commandments. You see that? What commandments do you know?
Out of the 10 Commandments?
Yeah, out of the 10. What do you know?
Thou shalt honor thy mother and father.
Yeah, that's good.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not sin against thy neighbor.
Uh-huh.
That's all I got for right now.
That's cool. In the 10 Commandments. In the 10 Commandments, right? It says, give me Exodus 20 and 8. Right? We're going to the 10 Commandments, right? This is the one that they never going to teach you in church. It's in the 10. This is the big one, right? We're talking about what we just read, my sister. What's your name? How you doing, Sister Tamisha?
How you doing?
What we just read, I was just reading to my sister and my brother, right? Why do God got us in this situation? It said because we don't hearken to his voice,
That's right.
because we don't keep his commandments. So now the subject is, what's the commandments? Because when we start to keep the commandments, he put us back on top.
Right.
You see that? So now we got to talk about some commandments. My sister just told me some of the 10 commandments. She listed some good ones, right? But we're going to go to the 10 commandments, right? And we're going to see if we know about this because the church ain't teaching it, right? Watch this.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Remember the Sabbath day. This is in the 10 commandments. God spoke this with his mouth. He didn't speak this to Moses to give to the people. He spoke this one. This is in the 10, right? This is big. So it says, remember the Sabbath day. Now I got a question for you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What's the Sabbath day? What you say today? Okay, what you say? Today, right? Now I got a follow-up question. How do we keep it holy?
You're not supposed to do any work. You're supposed to relax. Work your classes, read your Bible, and honor God.
Okay, what you say?
Same thing.
Okay. So guess what? If you know how you got a combination lock, right? You got to turn it this way, get the right number. You turn it the other way, get the right number. You hit the third number, and then the lock pop, right? Y'all done hit 2 locks. Y'all hit 2 numbers, right? But it's a third one and a 4th number that we got to hit to unlock that thing to keep it holy. In the Christian church, right? They say Sunday is the Sabbath day. Is that correct? Are they true? Is it Sunday? You say it's today, right? Keep reading.
To keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Yep.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
You see that, my brother? We talking about the Sabbath day, right? So it said the 7th day of the week, right? This is the 10 commandments. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's the Sabbath, right? Read on.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
We're not supposed to be doing no heavy work on the Sabbath day.
Right.
We're not supposed to be getting time and a half on the Sabbath day, right? Read on.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So nobody, if you got a business, right? Let's say this was your business. You got the wig and beauty salon, right? That's your business. On Saturday, you can't make your servants do it. That would be your employees. You can't have your son and daughter work the business for you while you work the Sabbath. That's wicked as hell. You see what I'm saying? So your business will be shut down. Now, what else can we not do on the Sabbath day? Or what? Let's go to congregation. Let's go to that. Exodus 35, and I think it's Holy Convocation. Yeah, give me that, Leviticus 23. Right? So on the Sabbath day also we have to do this, right? In the Christian church, if Sunday was the Sabbath, right? If they was keeping it as the Sabbath, do the Christian church, do they work on Sunday? Yeah. They working on Sunday. They going out and they handling their business, they buying and selling, they doing all kinds of things. So they're not even keeping that holy, right? We don't.
Leviticus 23, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speak to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who you are, the children of Israel, read.
And say unto them,
Say to y'all, read.
Concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
Y'all know what a holy convocation is? Convocation means gathering.
Right.
So this is the day to gather on, right? It never said to gather on the first day of the week. Hey, I tell you straight, it's cool to gather every day. Right? It's cool to gather every day and worship God.
That's right.
But one day is commanded.
Bring
You
it on.
see that? One day is not suggested.
Right.
This is something you have to do, right? Read on.
6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
So what day is he telling us to gather on? The Sabbath day, right? Now guess what? Give me Nehemiah 10:31. So we unlocking this combination so we can keep this Sabbath day holy, so we can prosper as a nation. Because at the end of the day, when we don't know we a nation, we don't know we got to keep these laws. You got to see each other, walk by, and don't see brothers and sisters. You see somebody from the other side. You didn't go to the high school I went to too. You ain't from Sac like me. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no love for each other because there's no unity. We gotta unify on these laws, right? What you got?
Nehemiah 10:31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to...
So it said, if the people of the land, not our people, right? People of the land bring ware, anything that come out of a truck, a warehouse, right? That's goods and services. They bring that stuff And victuals is food, right? So they selling goods and food out here on the Sabbath day. Read.
On the Sabbath day to sell.
To sell to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
So are we supposed to buy and sell on the Sabbath day? Just like, you see what the Bible said? Did y'all know that prior to this? Yeah? You knew that? You're not supposed to buy and sell on the Sabbath day, right? Now, in the Christian church, after church, do they buy and sell? No. Yeah, they do. So they're not following even the 10 Commandments. You see what I'm saying? Hey, guess what? Give me Exodus 35 and 3. Right? Can we cook on the Sabbath day? Because I want to just unlock this whole thing. Right? That way we can keep it holy. Right? Let's see if we can do that. Read.
Exodus 35 verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
So guess what? On the Sabbath day, we couldn't kindle no fire. There was no electric stove back then. Right. There wasn't no gas stove back then. So how do we heat up our stove? With the fire, right? So what it's saying is you cannot cook on the Sabbath day. That's the purpose of it, right? So if we can't cook on the Sabbath day, what we gonna eat? How are we supposed to prepare ourselves for this day? Yeah, let's get that. Exodus 16. Let's get it. Let's get it. For the people. Now we can keep the Sabbath day holy. Now that's in the 10 Commandments. That's in the 10. But now we got more commandments that we got to keep. Watch this.
Exodus 16:23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is a rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
So right now we're reading, he said tomorrow is the Sabbath, right? So what day is it today when he's reading it, when he's experienced it? It's Friday, right? So guess what? It's Friday right now, right? Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath. What are we supposed to do?
Bake that which you will bake today.
You hear that, my man? Hey, on the Sabbath day, which is today, you got to bake what you're going to bake today on Friday, read.
And see that you will see.
And see means to boil or make bubble. That's to heat up, right? You're going to fry some chicken, that grease going to boil. You're going to do that on Friday, right? Read on.
And that which remaineth over.
And what's left over from that food, read.
Lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
That's what you're going to eat on the Sabbath day. Or you can make some cold sandwiches.
Right.
Or you can eat some fruit that day.
Right.
Or you can eat a sandwich. You can eat some cereal, salad. You get what I'm saying? Some overnight oats, something good. You know what I'm saying? Give your body a break like God said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now we're talking about, give me Matthew 5 and 17. Right? So why is this relevant? This is relevant because the children of Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, been going to church for 30, 40 years. We have not learned anything about the Bible.
That's right.
They teach you, the commandments are in the back of the Bible. That's the Old Testament. And if you read them, you should keep them, but you don't have to.
That's right.
That's what they teach us. Now, if they taught me that, right? Let's use the carnal sense, right? If I want to get into the club, right? And here go the rule. I used to go to the club, so this is how I know the rules, right? You got to have on a button-up shirt, right? You got to have on some slacks. You can't have on no tennis shoes, right? Now, that's the rules to get in. What if my friend told me that, hey, you got to have a button-up shirt, you got to have slacks, and you got to have some hard bottoms, but they ain't going to trip if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Just come, right? I go up there, I stand in that long-ass line to get in the club, right? And then I finally get to the front, and he say, I can't let you in. I said, why not? He said, you ain't got no hard bottoms on. You got on some shorts, and you got on a t-shirt. I can't let you in the club like that, right? I would have a very bad night. I wouldn't get into the club, then all my friends get to go in, they laughing at me or whatever, right? Now, what if you get to the kingdom of heaven? You get to the gates, you know what I'm saying? And your pastor been telling you all your life, you shouldn't kill, but if you do it, it's cool. You shouldn't defile your temple and smoke cigarettes, weed, ecstasy, and all that, but if you do it, it's cool. You shouldn't rob your neighbor, but if you do it, it's cool. And you get to the gate, and that angel say, I can't let you in. You say, why not? You defiled the Sabbath every single Sabbath. You celebrated birthdays every birthday. You did Christmas, Easter, Halloween. You broke every single law. But my pastor said that you wouldn't trip. You had it right here to read for yourself. That's your own fault. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. How would you like to hear that? You going into that long line where everybody got to walk into that lake of fire. It's my job as a good teacher to show you what God requires of you. Right. You see that? Now look what Christ said out of his own mouth. We're talking about the words of Christ, what we got to do to get the kingdom, right? Watch this.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Jesus Christ said, don't you dare let people trick you and tell you that I came here to destroy my Father's laws. Read.
Or the prophets.
Or none of the prophecies that was written. Don't think that, right? Read on.
I am not come to destroy.
Christ said, I'm not come to destroy my Father's laws. Read.
But to fulfill.
He came to fulfill prophecies. It was a prophecy that he would have to die and rise the third day. He had to come and fulfill that. He had to be that prophet like Moses to lead the people. He had to fulfill that. You see what I'm saying? He had to drink the vinegar and gall. He had to fulfill that. You see that? Read on.
Verse 18. For verily I say unto you.
He said, truly I tell you. This is a truth. This is not a parable. This is not an analogy. He said, truly I tell you. Read.
Till heaven and earth pass.
Till heaven and earth is gone and dead away. We're looking at the heavens, right? You're standing on the earth right now, right? Read.
One jot.
One little jot.
Or one tittle.
Or one little punctuation.
Shall in no wise pass from the law. Till all be fulfilled.
So until Christ come back and burn this place down, God ain't going to change one little thing in his laws. That means you got to do everything that was written in the Old Testament. But the Christian church tell you, it's there, you should do it, but you ain't got to. You know how many souls ain't getting in? You know how many people they destroying? So it's our job to Lord's will, you hearken to these commandments. Keep reading, keep reading.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
So we got the big commandments, right? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. Have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery, right? Another big one is thou shalt keep the command, or say, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. That's a big one, right? But it said if you break one of these least commandments, read.
And shall teach men so.
And you teaching people that it's okay to do that, right? Read on.
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
That means you're not getting in. You're not getting in. Read on.
But whosoever shall do and teach them.
If you do and teach them, do what and teach what? Christ saying out of his own mouth, if you don't do the commandments, right? And you teaching people that's cool to break it, you're not getting in. But if you do it and teach them, what's the do and teach? If you do what and teach what to the people? What you think? Ain't no wrong answer, because I'm going to give it to you. If it say, whosoever shall do and teach them, do what and teach what to the people? Bingo. Bingo, right? So guess what? Whosoever shall, this is Christ talking in the New Testament. He didn't say, whosoever follow me and don't do what my Father said. It said, whoever shall do the commandments and teach the commandments. Read.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
You gonna get access to that club. It ain't never letting out. It's everlasting. People don't die there. People don't get sick there. They just rule there. Ain't no bills there. Ain't nothing there but rulership and everlasting, you know what I'm saying, salvation for your people.
That's right.
The people that are saved, you got to bow down to you and acknowledge that you're the people of God.
That's right.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is